What is up, everyone? Sanada Yuki here. Last time, we talked about the red OP07 cards and how some of them are just stupid dumb or super hot. That's the most respectful way I could say it. But in this one here, we will now go to the green cards next. OP07 will be coming out in June, which is pretty soon, so I think it's fair to share cards with them, and I have to rush because I have still so many colors to go. Also, for those who don't want to be spoiled, this is your many warnings, it's not the first one anymore, so if you don't want to be spoiled and just wait for official... Is there even official reveal? Anyways, beware spoilers for OP07, and let's begin! No, this is not Aladdin and Princess Jasmine. No, but close enough, I guess. Aladdin is definitely one of my favorite fishmen. He is, I don't know, just loyalty speaks through him, Anyway, this card will definitely help any fishman deck or merfolk if we ever get one. Like, let it be Arlong, Hordy, or if we ever get a merfolk deck, that will help. 5 cost, 6k blocker with on KO, okay? If your leader is a fishman type, play a 3 cost or lower fishman or mermaid character from your hand. This means, of course, you can string up interesting combos. Say, you have it out, okay? And your opponent KO it by effect, or you block a big attack. You can play Daruma, Dosun, or Charlotte Praline if you know. That's the last attack you know that you'll take and want to go for the offense next. And then, or you can play Vanderdecken to KO a rested character. Or if you think you need to go more defensive, you can play either Hamon or Shirley, one of those blockers. The beginning of an era, we see our first Supernova card. I have to say, this is a pretty solid card, It's a 4 cost, 5k blocker, with an end of turn effect to set a Dawn as active. Oh, this is gonna be annoying, especially it's gonna be for the Bonnie deck coming out. You tap out to play it, if you're going second, okay? Then you just restand a rested Dawn, end of turn. Your opponent attacks you their next turn, just tap a Dawn, rest one of their cards. There you go. Or even for Isho too, it's not too bad, because you can restand a character that attacked, and then you can end of turn restand that Dawn and then tap it again just to restand one of your characters, which is not too bad. Or even in Red-Green Law, you can defend yourself with Scalpel, whatever events you can think of. This is well balanced, I think, in most situations because it's a 4 cost, so black decks or even, black decks can easily get rid of it. Blue decks, you need to use 3000 worlds, but still, I play Yamato, so this might be a bit annoying for me because I don't have much KOs going on. We got a new Wano Searcher, but this one is pretty specific. Let me tell you this, okay? On play, you top 5 search a green Wano card. So that's the first, I think that's the first ever specific, they want a green Wano card. I guess it's fair because we have Momonosuke already, who is play 1, then tap 1 rested, search for a regular Wano, maybe green, yellow, red, whatever deck you're playing. I think she is not gonna replace Momonosuke, but she is a solid 2k counter, so definitely something I will put in my Wano decks. I can see her being put in green Oden, Kinemon, green yellow Yamato depending on the build, even green-red Oden, all depending on your build and what you're looking for turn 1. But it's honestly not too bad, it's just tricky because the green multicolored leaders you can whiff, but with the green mono-green leaders you definitely shouldn't worry too much, I hope. We have another Supernova character, and this is also a blocker, but with a permanent effect. What is it, you ask? It is if you have 6 or more rested Dawn. It gains 1k power. So you may have a 4 cost 6k blocker. But I do have to point out it says rested Dawn, so attached Dawns doesn't count. That's for some people, okay? For ruling wise, attached Dawn does not count as rested Dawn. Now I know Supernova decks are gonna run this, okay, even generic. It's pretty generic in a way because it doesn't specify leader lock, so any green deck can try and run this as well. Koala. One of the best glow-ups in the series. From a slave with no free will who is kinda scared of everything to being free, cheerful girl when I met her parents and become part of the Rev army and become a cute lady. This card, of course, was after she was freed, just she was traveling with the fishman, okay? Spoilers, I know. This is pretty much a support for the fishman deck because of her effect. On opponent's attack, you may rest her to give a 5 cost or lower character that's fishman blocker for the turn. Which is not bad, okay? It's not too bad. But seeing that she's a 3 cost 0k power card, she is easily removed, but it does give your opponents what do I say? Decisions. That's the thing. Do they get rid of her so they don't have a new blocker to deal with, or just get rid of your big body and keep her on the field? I don't know who this guy is, honestly. Maybe it's Caribou's brother, cousin, who knows? But it goes with Caribou, apparently. A simple 3 cost, 3k power, but he plays a 4 cost or less Caribou rested. So you can play the new blocker for free from your hand, okay? Or the red one, old red one. Of course, these are only your options so far, depending on the deck you play. Now, a new leader must have a boss card of some sorts, or at least a big body card version of it. So we have 5 cost, 6k power Bonnie that in my opinion makes the deck super annoying to face. On play, she locks down a rested character or Dawn. Now, one Dawn may not be too bad, but it can really mess up your plans, depending on what deck and what you're planning to do. A rested character means you just lose an extra attack. That's basically it. Imagine, you just played a card, and Bonnie Leader rested it using effect. Or even by trigger, who knows what happens now. You are like, okay, I cannot attack this turn anyway. Then they lock it with the 5 cost Bonnie, you're like, okay, there goes one attack. Then again, yeah, you can use events to restand it, but only green does that. What's that card? I think it's a Wano card too, so specifically Wano, I think. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna say it now. Supernova deck is gonna annoy me to death. Okay, that and another deck, pretty sure. But no wonder they call it the worst generation. It's definitely the worst. I mean, look at this bastard. 6 cost, 7k power, with a permanent. If your leader Supernova, it gains blocker. Okay, not too bad. Okay, that's manageable. But that's not the only thing. Once per turn, it would be removed from the field by a skill, like KO effects or bottom deck effects. Even I think the 6 cost broke that trashes it because it's removing the field by a skill. It can rest one of the opponent's character instead. This is just pure dumbness. Oh no. Okay, imagine again, okay? Bonnie Leader. You lock the character already with the 5 cost Bonnie. You play Hawkins. Keep a Dawn or 2 active. Your opponent now has 2 characters, okay? Say they have 2 characters now. And you're the Bonnie, okay? And try to remove that big blocker using an effect. You just rest one of their characters. They attack leader and now you just block it. It's sticky. Thankfully it's just once per turn, but it's still sticky. I hate it. Nothing much to say about him, honestly. He's similar to the Hiyori 1 cost and the Raki that we just got. If Kami is on the field, he gains blocker. Very situational, but it's a 2k counter, so in a way it's better than the other 2 blockers we got. Another Supernova, and he's likable to me, honestly. Very likable. Fanboy, definitely. That's kind of me. Especially with Robin. Woo! But another blocker for the Supernova deck. Or actually any deck. Because the effect is on your turn. Okay? If a card is rested by your effect, you draw a card and trash a card. I mean, it's not bad for hand cycling. And I'm pretty sure any green or purple deck, green-purple deck can also run it. Like Dofi can run it because we have some purple cards that can rest cards, so there's that too. The main character of the flashback arc, or what I call it at least. Such a good guy, and I love him. Fisher Tiger. This man here is a very good buff to a green deck. Even better for a Fishman or Merfolk, honestly. It can attack characters the turn it is played, so it's similar to Dressrosa characters if the Colosseum is in play, you know? But this has an extra on-play effect, okay? If your leader is Merfolk or Fishman type, it can rest a 6-cost character. You can literally just, okay, you play it, rest one of their characters, swing at it. Yes, you're getting rid of an annoying body, perhaps. Or you're making them use their hand. Lo and behold, another Supernova, and it's one of the main phases of it. Luffy is coming back! 5 cost, 6k power, with a permanent. If you have 3 or more characters, your 3 cost or lower characters other than Luffy cannot be KO'd by effects. So, welcome Supernova, you have a lot of sticky cards now. This is definitely an addition I think to the red-green law, or low-key any green deck. I think for the Fishman deck, it's gonna be annoying too. Like, cause they go wide and they're pretty cheap. And then play them to protect their low costs. Well, I mean, you can still bottom deck it, so blue, you're totally fine. Blue is fine. Black, you have to rely on the brook. But, yeah, you're okay. I honestly feel they did my man Zoro here dirty. He is a 1 cost, 2k power with 1k counter value. What? Not the best, okay, but we have a 1 attacking if you have 3 or more characters. It gains 2k power for the turn. Of course, you can attack later with it, but you have to invest a Dawn at least, which is not too bad. Or you can attack their searchers or annoying weak bodies that are rested. Art-wise though, he is okay, but card-wise, not the best. Like, just straight off value, I guess not the best, but we'll have to see in the future. It can be of course combined with the Luffy card mentioned earlier, but we'll have to see. Event cards, here we go! We are starting off with Karma Exposure. This here's a 1 cost counter to give a leader or character 2k power for the battle, and if you have 3 or more characters, it gains another 1k. So once again, go wide green decks, which we have like Tower style or Fortress. Fortress, I guess, that's official I think. Fortress, like Fortress Yamato, Fortress Kid, whatever they call it. Damn, this is a long name. Oh my gosh, I'm not gonna read. I'm gonna shorten it out some way, okay? It's a 2 cost activate main to give a leader or a character plus 3k power for the turn. And if you rest a 3 cost or more character of yours, you can rest an opponent's character that's 5 costs or less. Just imagine that buff that you get, okay? And you rest an opponent's blocker or character you want to KO. I can try, add this to my Yamato to replace my Paradise Fall, Paradise Totsukai, the 1 cost rest of 4 costs or less. I used to run 2 million volt Amaru as well before I changed to Paradise, just to rest annoying blockers, especially turn 1. Like, a lot of... I just thought to myself, people are turn 1 are playing cheap blockers and my Yamato needs to hit their double attack. How should I do it? Okay, I'll tap 1 for Paradise, rest the blocker, swing 7k. Let's see if I'm going first. Going second, bigger attack. Goodness me, we have another Supernova Searcher, but in event form. I'm not gonna go through it cause it's a searcher, we know the drill. Top 5 deck, get a Supernova card. Simple as that. Anyways, that's all the green cards coming up for OP07. Will you integrate any of these cards to your deck for green players? Green, green purple, green blue, green black, whatever green. Let me know if I missed any strats for the cards we talked about in the comments down below. I'm also trying to rebuild my Discord, not really rebuild. I am trying to build a Discord server from scratch, so hopefully I can figure that out. But anyways, I hope you have a good rest of your day, take care of yourselves, drink water, and I'll see you in the next one. Sanada Yuki heading out.